Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, my peoples? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day and fantastic Friday. Let me make sure the chat bot's working. Make sure we're doing good there. Yeah, so I wanted to kind of just do another stream this week because I figured, we got a big weekend coming. Sunday is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be hectic. I'm hoping it's gonna be a big day. I didn't feel good about I don't feel good about this week. I just naturally, that's just how I feel. Like, I know this team could whoop any team's ass in the fucking conference, in the fucking league. I know they can. This isn't blame on Jalen. This isn't blame on Vic Fangio and the defense. I think the defense is going to get better. But, man, Patullo, fuck, man. Why is my stream element spot running? I don't fucking know why that's running. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, Patullo had a lot of Patullo just thinks he just knows everything, man. I mean, he had excuses on why all the third and long plays. One was a check down, one because we were backed up, like those third and long plays, whether it's to Shipley, like he had excuses for that. He even talked about making adjustments. He even talked about, we're not the team that makes adjustments at the half. We make adjustments after every series. Like, this is another Nick Sirianni at another coaching position. I mean, I honestly don't know, guys. I really don't. Like, AJ Brown is 100% correct on everything. Like, the offense, like, the Eagles are okay with time, with taking up time and sustaining drives that really go nowhere. The offense has got to put in their fucking work because this defense cannot be gassed in the fucking third quarter. You just can't do it. AJ's right about that. He's right about all of that. It's fucking hard to watch, man. It's really fucking tough to watch, unfortunately, So let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Sorry about that. What's up, Scoob-Doo? What's going on? Jonas McGee, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on? I'm him. What's up, buddy? Essential Talk says, yo, it's a little past 3 a.m. where I'm at. Where the hell are you at? Where are you at? You're 6 hours ahead. What are you like in Europe? Where are you at? Yo, what's going on, Rylan? Yo, King, what's going on, buddy? I'm doing good. Well, the one Chris Ranga, Joe, I trust defensive Vic. The D-line is going to have to get pressure on Goff or he's going to get picked us apart. The offense will have to be aggressive or it's going to be a long night. I'm not really worried about the defense too much. I'm not even really worried about them. Like, yeah, the defense can end up having a shit game because the offense isn't going to be able to hold their fucking weight in this game. That's the only problem I realistically have. Yeah, the defense will probably give up some points because the offense will either be 3 and out off the field over and over and over and over again. They're like the most predictable fucking offense that's out there right now. Shout out to Moro Jomo on that inside zone play on that fumble, that forced fumble by fucking Jalen Phillips, man, calling out that play. That was the first time we ever called anything out like that on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I mean? Kind of crazy. Kind of nuts. Yo, we here with the super chat. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate it. Appreciate the support so much. Says this offense was humming. Sorry, read that again. If this offense was humming, that would be one thing, but it's not. AJ just saying the quiet part out loud. It was hard to watch Monday. It was. It really was. Because a lot of Eagle fans are like, well, the Packers have a good defense. And look, if they didn't have Micah Parsons, they would have done a little bit more damage, I would probably say, flushing out some of these pressures on Hurts and that trip on Saquon Barkley that probably would have been a fucking touchdown. Okay? But it's not. And AJ is right. Like, the Eagles are making sure the defense is great. at least, you signed two guys fucking ended up retiring on you. It is what it is. It sounds like Fangio is sticking with Adoree Jackson the rest of the year for what it sounds like. If the CB2 play becomes really bad, okay, later in the year or Sunday night, okay, DeJean will take that spot at some point. I don't think it's going to happen unless if Adoree Jackson can stay serviceable, I think we'll be okay. Michael Carter seems like Fangio has no problem putting him at the inside spot at nickel. He likes him a lot, so that's good because you have nobody else. That's why they trade for Michael Carter, because there's nobody else that can play that position. You know what I mean? AJ, look, a lot of, Mulata even said the other day, he was like, there's probably 14 other players that would probably tell you the same thing, that everybody wants AJ to be involved. And they're not making adjustments they're not trying to scheme him open at all. Like, it's the most lazy shit I have ever seen. I'm glad Devontae Smith is having a big year. I'm glad he is, because, who the better player in my eyes is Devontae Smith. I think he's been in the shadow of A.J. Brown. I think Devontae Smith, this is going to be his best year of his career this year. He's a route runner. He could high point the ball, 50-50 catches. I mean, from that type of standpoint, he's here for the long term. He's here the rest of his career. Heisman Trophy winner, Nick Saban type guy from from Alabama. You're not going to get other guys like that, that really don't care about their statistics. And look, A.J. Brown is really not fucking complaining about not having an issue with, getting clouded on, getting guys open for big plays, not even really bitching about the targets, to be honest. It's mostly like this offense needs to be better through quarters 1 to 4. One good series versus the Packers that they have a one little drive, in the third quarter for a field goal. Can't even finish that drive. And then they get two plays back to back that got us an easy fucking touchdown. Your season this year is you're literally getting by these games with talent. You're getting by these games with talent, dude. That's really it. It's just crazy. I appreciate the super chat, by the way, buddy. Sorry, I don't mean to. I'm going to rant and rave, and I'm going to be all over the place, probably. Christopher Michael said, I'm not either, but if the offense doesn't do what they do, they're going to get gassed. So Nick's going to have to open up the playbook. Yeah, and use AJ. I agree. When's the last time you've seen AJ or Devontae Smith really move? Except them being on the same side. When is the last time they actually moved around? It's very rare. Saquon Barkley's bitching about the offense as well. He's tired of going 2 yards and getting hit in a fucking wall. The fuck is that? The fuck is that music? Hold on. All right, sorry. I had a stream, so there's a stream that wasn't on yet that I wasn't gonna watch it, but there was a stream that was in a waiting for the stream to start, and that must be the waiting music. So I was like, where the fuck is that coming from? So I was waiting for. I guess the stream ended up starting. So apologize for that. Sorry about that. So where was I? Sorry about that. Okay. Where's my chat? There it is. Yeah, they're gonna have to get him involved. And the thing is, it's like they're so stupid that if they even once we actually bitch about them like trying to get him involved, then they recklessly try to get him involved and they force it. like this OC is not good at scheming things up. He's not drawing concepts, getting guys open. He's not good in that department. I just don't get it, bro. Like you've been on the sideline with two coordinators that were successful here. And you still can't. I mean, why aren't they taking plays from 22 or I don't know, last year? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. I'm never gonna get it, honestly. Hopefully, though, Joey, if you have to pick two to re-sign, which two is it? Phillips, Nolan, Dean, and Davis. Well, I'd probably say Phillips and Dean. Probably. Dean is making a huge difference against the run defense. I mean, ever since he's been in, he's been a difference maker. The defense it's changed dramatically. Campbell, unfortunately, is just he's losing even more snaps now, and I don't want to ruin a first round pick. You know, he's undersized as an edge rusher. Maybe he puts on more muscle next year, but as a first round pick, man, I need him doing something else. I don't know. I'm hoping it works out. You know, but I would say Jalen Phillips because you need an edge rusher. Nolan Smith's got one more year left. I mean, this is a contract year, but Nolan Smith, like, you got his first sack. I mean, first game back, first sack, which is great. Less snaps last week, has more snaps this week. Same as Brandon Graham. He'll have more snaps this week as well. Oh, my bad, Chris. No, it did, Chris. I probably didn't get to it. I probably didn't see it or didn't get to it. My fault. My fault. Chris says KB's offense is making Brian Johnson look like Bill Walsh. Yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles had way more success in 23 offensively. Even that there were close games, you see Devontae Smith on that fucking mic'd up. Saquon Barkley was mic'd up for that game. Devontae Smith scored that touchdown in Green Bay. He went back to the bench. He was like, "Throw me the motherfucking ball." He's like, "Just throw the fucking ball." Like, they were like waiting for it. They were just tired of just. And even, I mean, look, Troy Aikman even said it. Like, they're playing so fucking conservative, you know? And that's a big problem. Huge problem. You know what I mean? What's going on, ESA? Joey, happy Friday. Glad our O-line will be together again. Yeah, so they're healthy. They're good to go. They're fucking great. Jurgens is the only one that I'm not sure if they're going to sit him because they want him to play for another week. I mean, Cam said at his locker that it's still up in the air if he's playing. Whether that's a smoke screen or I don't know. I mean, if he needs another week, I would honestly just give him another week. That's just me. I would just give him another week at this point. So we'll see. I'm glad everybody's healthy though. So it's a good sign moving forward. Thank you for coming in, Nina. Howard Curtis said, what's this game giving 23 49ers vibes? That offense better show the fuck up. Yeah, I don't think it's, no, I mean, nah, bro. Like, I don't think that's ever going to happen again, dude. I mean, from Sean Desai to Matt Patricia, you had no leaders in that defense. I mean, that game was just, they were mentally checked out. They were totally checked out. This is the biggest game of the year. Now to Aiden Hutchinson, that was said the other day, he was like, "Oh, you know, we've been circling this fucking game on our calendar." Like, bro, they got so fucking salty. Remember this past offseason how salty they were? Like, when they lost against Washington, they could have had a fucking home game against the Eagles. They could have had a home game against the Eagles. And then once we put up 50 on fucking Washington, they came out this past offseason and said, "Oh, we could have beat them," and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they had like 16 to 19 injuries towards their defense. Like, the Eagles take every game by game. Like, why are you circling the Philadelphia Eagles? I mean, they must be afraid. They must fear the Eagles. They know that we're standing in their way for first seed. And obviously this is a team that they could face in the NFC Championship game this year. You're not getting past the divisional round playing how you're playing right now. You can get to the playoffs playing like this, and because of what the rest of your schedule is right now. And we're still going to be tested. We're going to be tested about we're going to be tested versus the Cowboys. We're going to be tested both times versus Washington. I don't give a fuck how many injuries those teams have. Okay, the most dangerous teams are the teams that have nothing left. They have nothing that's going to affect them the rest of the year. Those are the most dangerous teams. If the Eagles play down to the competition and they actually look that fucking bad at the end of the year, it's fucking over. It's over. You're not making it past the division round. It's not going to happen. You won't even fucking last. You know? Same. Vince says, go get offense on track this week. Detroit has been banged up. No Laporta, Arnold, O-line. Well, the O-line is fine, I think. I think the O-line's fine. So Laporta, he's out. So their tight end is out. Carryon Arnold is out. So I'm guessing you're going to see some Avonte Maddox in this fucking game. Kirby Joseph is out. They have an edge rusher that's out that had back surgery not a good amount of time ago, and he hasn't been back yet. So you worry about Aiden Hutchinson, so, I mean, realistically, they got to, offensively, for the defense for Detroit, they're hurting right now. They're definitely hurting. You know what I mean? They still got two really good receivers. Mon Brown, Jameson Williams, two good receivers. They got two good running backs. They got one of the best O-lines in the fucking league. So it's going to be put to the fucking test. This is a big game. This is playoff implications. Big. The biggest thing ever. So, see. Nothing is compared to the Niners game. I think as an Eagles fan, I was mentally broken from that. Swift getting bitched, whole team bitched. Yeah, they lost. Bro, they got bullied in pre-warm-ups. 49ers were walking through our pre-warm-ups on our side of the field. They buried us, bro. We just had to put the dirt on ourselves. D-Boy Joy, don't you remember saying the same thing last year? Sees you play like this, you won't make it past the visual. Yeah, well, yeah, last year they were 2-2 before the bye, and they won 10 straight after that. Like, they dominated after the bye week. They still haven't figured out their fucking identity at all. There's no identity. I don't know who's we all know that Devontae Smith is the go-to guy. Dallas Goedert gets more, Dallas Goedert getting involved is a great thing, But once Hurts starts missing these deep fucking balls to guys that are wide open, when I see things like that during the year, I know there's something wrong with the offense for that in that fucking game. Every time Hurts misses a guy wide open, there's something wrong. When he's on, I'll take my chance with the receivers. Number one priority is stopping Gibbs. Yeah, stopping Gibbs, get pressure on Goff. Goff's good. He's all right. He's good. I don't think he's athletic enough to jump out of the pocket. I think once they get pressure on him, I think he's going to be inaccurate, and I think they can get to him. Defensive line should be better. Look, Jalen Phillips went through his first game. Now he's, I think he's got the respect from his teammates. Graham will get more reps. Smith will get more reps. Jalen Hunt is benefiting, looking like his playoff form from last year from the rotation, So they got a good team. They got a good fucking team, Offensively, they got two good receivers. Realistically, every week you're facing two good receivers every week. Most of the time you should be, Offensive line's pretty good. But, they haven't faced this defense yet. The Lions, Dan Campbell had a ton of respect this week for the Eagles Tush push, a ton of respect towards us as a team. Even the defensive coordinator for Detroit put a lot of respect. The offensive coordinator had a lot of respect for us too. So the way I see it, no matter how trash Ringo and Adoree are, the fact that the Chiefs smashed the line, so we can't. Anything the Chiefs can do, we can do better. Yeah, but who have the Lions? Who do they face this year? There's nobody in the NFC. There's nobody in the NFC that's scaring me at all this year. There's nobody in the NFC that is scaring me this year. Nobody. There's nobody out there right now. Seattle, I think, is going to be a test. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't take too much out of a fucking game in Washington. 4 fucking touchdowns in the first half. You know what I mean? I can't put too much into that number. Goff to me is equivalent to Peyton Manning when it comes to athleticism. Yeah. He's got a little tiny bit, but it's not going to be much. You know what I mean? It's not going to be too much. But Arson, I feel like it's going to be like 49. Why? I mean, look, dude, I'm pretty much saying to myself like, hey, you know, this is an important game coming up on Sunday night. There's nothing close to what the 23 is going to look like for a game like that. I don't get why people are like that right now. I really don't. I don't. I feel like if the Eagles do it, I feel like if the Eagles win this game, I don't think they're going to lose the rest of the year. I don't think they'll lose. I don't think they'll lose the rest of the year. If they actually win this game, I don't think they'll lose the rest of the year. If they're all their shit, you know. Yeah. Jade says Lions have faced Packers, Bucks, Vikings, Bears, Washington. Average schedule. Yeah, I don't think it's been a crazy schedule for them. Like I said, I missed 23 where we were more aggressive. AJ was torching DBs, thinking of the Steelers game. Yeah, we've looked offensively. We looked better at 23 than until this moment right now. So, I forgot I missed 23 where we were more aggressive. AJ was torching. I already read that. OG Kush Goku, what's going on, buddy? Member for 31 months says Go Birds, Flaggles, Fly, 1-0. 1-0 every week. You know? 1-0 every week, buddy. Yo, Half Crook, what's going on, buddy? So Joey, we just still have the PTSD from 23 because that shit was crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, dude. I mean, I got the PTSD, but some of you guys are like, you guys actually think there's going to be a game like the 49ers game? Let's be real here. Like, that will never fucking happen. That will never happen. No. That will never happen again. I don't think we're going to stoop to that fucking level, you know, but I mean, look, Cam Newton was like, the Eagles are a ticking time bomb waiting for dysfunction. I mean, he's not, you know, it sounds ridiculous, but it might not sound ridiculous because after, like, how many weeks is it going to take for this? Like, how many more weeks are we going to give Patullo a shot? We're already through half the we have 8 games left. We have 8 fucking games left. That's it. You just hit your fucking bye week. You just played a game against the Packers, a big fucking game that you won. You know, but they got to get their they got to get their shit together, man. Yeah, Ghost said that game will never. Yeah, that will never happen again. No. Carter will spit on them if someone tries that shit. Yeah, maybe. Well, the 49ers game can happen. It's just not on defense, offense. Yeah. Well, dude, the 49ers game, it was the offense and defense. Like, they mentally, both sides were checked out. It wasn't just one side. Both sides checked out that game. That's why I'm saying that will never fucking happen again. Jason, the problem is if you fire KP, who do you hire? So we are stuck with KP. I mean, realistically, I think they got to hire Frank Reich. I don't know. They got to hire somebody else. Like, I can't believe, like, I just don't feel comfortable that if KP really, like, look, the second Giants game, I don't care if they were the Giants. They scored almost 40 points on them. What they were, as the bad team as the Giants are and how good the Eagles are and what they have on this team roster-wise, 38 points was pretty fair to score on a team like that. So they were real fluid. They hit that fucking bye week. Whatever the fuck happened that bye week, they came off of it and they looked fucking worse. Like they did 3 weeks ago. They went to their same bullshit from literally 3 fucking weeks ago. So I really don't know, man. Their time management in the fourth quarter fucking sucks. Sucks. Whether Hurts and AJ went rogue in that game or they didn't, I have no idea. No idea if they went rogue. Nick said he hurt. I mean, there's fucking Seth Joyner said that he fucking Nick was like, why? That he was saying why a million times after they threw that pass to AJ to try to get a fucking PI call. You know? I think the defense, I'm not really worried about the defense because they've bailed out this offense 7 times this year. 7 times. They have bailed them the fuck out. Richie said the success of the Tush push is a catch-22. The Tush push makes the Eagles' offense conservative, where the coaches are happy averaging 3 yards per play. They know they have 4 downs to get. Yeah, and I fucking hate that, dude. I hate that. So what? They take 8.5 minutes off the clock the first series, and I actually like that drive. That drive was actually nice. And so, like, you know, a Green Bay player made a great play on Jalen Hurts on top of another Green Bay player punching the ball out. All right, it is what it is. Not even on Hurts. Like, it just happens. Guys punch the fucking ball like that. Plays are made like that. It is what it is. Then they just, I don't know, man. They just disappeared. They were afraid to throw the ball over fucking 10 yards. Ran the ball into wall after wall after wall. The screen passes look fucking shitty. Then you finally get some play action involved. Like, you get some play action involved, I think, in the third fucking quarter, and then you finally get 3 points on the fucking board. I mean, it was just so hard to fucking watch, man. We should be blowing fucking teams out. Blowing teams out. Fucking nuts. Warriors Rage, what's going on, buddy? He says, I'm just going to say it. I'm not that worried about the Lions. Have you looked at their schedule? The only good teams they beat were the Bears, being generous, and Tampa. They only beat shit teams. Yeah, they haven't done much. Green Bay, I don't know how many points they score against Green Bay. I don't think it was much either, you know? I don't think it was a lot. Same. Howie Kirk said, I feel bad for the defense, bro. They're playing so good, and the offense keeps leaving them out there for long stretches. Yeah, and that's why A.J. Brown is saying the offense has got to put in their fucking work. They can't, because A.J. Brown knows that the Eagles they're getting an edge rusher. They signed 2 corners. Well, fucking, you know, Jair Alexander left, but, you know, they've been making moves defensively, you know, and he's just like, dude, like, I understand, like, we have to put, you know, the defense is playing well, but they can't save us every fucking week. They can't do it. I mean, how many momentum swings did the Eagles defense should have given that offense? How many stops, turnovers? I mean, that Green Bay game especially, and the offense just looked fucking dead in the water. Dead in the fucking water. You know? Crazy shit, dude. Gage says, okay, guys, it's 3rd and long. Should we throw it? One of our elite playmakers, Smitty, Brown, Dotson, Goddard, Kevin P. Let's run a running back draw up the middle and a couple yards. Yeah, and every time it's a 3rd and long, he always runs the fucking ball. Like, how many times have we been 3rd and fucking over 10 yards? A lot this season. A lot. Because those rushes are getting to us. Predictably, they know what the fuck we're doing. Every time the Eagles get a first down on a pass, they always pass next. Every time the Eagles get a first down on a run, they always run the next play. I mean, and then they get to these 3rd and long situations, whether they're backed up, whether they're midfield, and they always put Shipley. Like, it was always Shipley getting those third and long fucking runs, or to Bigsby, and it goes absolutely fucking nowhere. He literally runs on 3rd and long to get better punt position. I swear to fucking God, that's why he's doing it. This offense, KP and Nick would be okay with the Eagles running little tiny fucking plays for 3 yards a pop, wasting a lot of time and only getting 3 points out of it. And they think that's a fucking success. They think that that's perfectly fine. I don't know, man. 13 points they scored. Okay, it's not the Lions only scored 13 on Green Bay. Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. Crazy. Howard Cruz, I'm debating on whether to go to the Chargers game because I went to the home opener and just didn't play up to par for B. I haven't been to a game since I think it was the home opener in 22 against the Vikings. I think that was the last game. That's probably the last game I went to. Is there any comparison to A.J. Brown and Alshon Jeffrey after being huge reasons the Eagles won a Super Bowl? Why did Alshon become an outcast? He didn't become an outcast. Alshon Jeffrey ended up getting a fucking after his 1-year deal with the Eagles winning a Super Bowl, he ended up getting a 4-year fully guaranteed fucking contract, and then he couldn't fucking stay healthy at all. Like every time that man hit the field, he was fucking gone. He was fucking couldn't even fucking he was hurt every fucking second. Every second. And then the Eagles had to pay off that fucking contract. Then they had to pay off the Malik Jackson fucking contract. Then they had to pay off the Carson Wentz contract, which was one of the biggest fucking dead cap hits. You know? Okay. I get being a top 10 5 offense, even though we should be based on talent. Why can't we be at least top 15? Why do we have to be 26? Yeah, I didn't even know what we rank, and that's really bad. Really bad. I think Hurts has been what? How many times has Hurts been sacked this year? Probably a lot. It's got to be over 25, right? It's got to be like close to 30. You know? Detroit is the number, I think, they're the 4th ranked team in man coverage. So you got an opportunity here to get some mismatches in the game. They play a lot of man. Detroit plays a lot of man. Even without cornerbacks, they're going to play a lot of without Terrion Arnold, they're going to play a lot of man. No Kirby Joseph. The back end, you might be able to get some open fucking players back there. So let's see. Can we at least get a consultant? I would hate to see the tank just because we didn't try everything to win a Super Bowl after 11 weeks for Patullo and no change. We need at least a consultant. Yeah. Be nice. I don't know what Frank Reich's doing, or I don't know if they would like. I don't even know if they want to bring in Doug Peterson. Like, no Super Bowl winning head coach has ever went back to a team to help that. I don't think that's ever happened before. You know what I mean? Yeah, 25 times. I was right. I thought it was like 25 to 30. It was in that range. The offensive line hasn't played good this year because of injuries, and I don't think they were playing good early in the season anyway. Like, I think this is one of Mulata's worst fucking years this year. The fucking penalties need to stop. Penalties are fucking horrible with him. My fucking shit crashed again. Let me... oh. Hold on. Sometimes my, sometimes my chat crashes and I have to put the thing up again. We should be. Packers game is ironically the first game where Hurts hasn't got sacked once this year. And that's fucking... He didn't get sacked in that game? He didn't get sacked. Frank Reich is Stanford's AD. I didn't even know he had a fucking job right now. I didn't even know. For let's see. For all the things holy, don't bring in Dayball. I have no interest in bringing Brian Dayball in here. No, I have no fucking interest at all. He hasn't play called in fucking... He hasn't play called since he was with the Bills his last year. I don't think he's done anything. You know? BA Saratoga, what's going on, buddy? You would have to listen to a consultant. KP's ego is too large to listen to anyone. You know, it is, bro. He is like, I have never seen this guy saying, he at least like, he has never given the PR statement of like, I gotta be better. He has never said I or me. He has never blamed one fucking moment on himself. Any press conference I've watched, I've never seen him take I have never seen him take blame. He's got the balls to tell us that they make adjustments after every fucking series. There's no way. I don't understand. I don't understand why they didn't throw money at fucking. I don't know why they didn't throw money at the OC for Black. I don't know why they didn't give him like head coaching money last year or throw a big fucking, give him a checkbook and tell him to write his own fucking number down. I really don't. Brady says, kicking indoors. Do you see Nick allowing Jake Elliott to kick 55-yard plus field goals this Sunday? Depending on the weather, depending on the, you know, the winds. Like that 4th and 6 play. The winds were changing direction all fucking night. You saw the fucking Green Bay kicker, how he the wind must have took that fuck. I mean, how he just totally missed. I mean, he kicked it wide left. I mean, it wasn't even close to the field goal post. So I would have punted there. I wouldn't have gone for it there. Yeah, going for it and scoring there or getting a PI call would have sustained it. Great. But nah, dude. You gave them almost half the field by doing that. Whether it was AJ and fucking Jalen Hurts doing their own fucking thing. I don't know what they were doing. But SA with the super chat says Patullo has a very punchable face. Real OCD. And he never looks stressed. Like, he never looks like there's pressure on him. I mean, maybe that's a good quality. Maybe it's a bad quality. I don't know. He never looks like he's, you know? He doesn't look like he's ever worried about anything. Or he always seems like, oh, hey guys, what's going on? Like, he's always just like, what, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to figure it out. Appreciate the super chat essay. Chris says the game's in Philly, so we'll still be outside. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Matter at all. But we'll see what the weather looks like. The winds are going to be a big factor, probably. I mean, that's every week, you know? So, Jay says, I want to see us pick on Maddox. Sorry, Maddox. Telling you right now, dude. I'm telling you. Got some itty-bitty small fucking cornerbacks over there. Some small-ass cornerbacks in Detroit. No Taron Arnold now. So, it's almost as if AJ gets locked up in a fucking game or gets the attention in a game where he gets clouded. And then they just don't even bother to make adjustments. They literally just be like, okay. And, like, I get it. Like, everyone else is going to benefit off AJ, but man, dude, like, I loved it last year when we were scheming guys open and all these different route combinations and all this trickery. And I used to love all that shit. Alfredo, I'm with AJ. Fix the damn offense now. When you can lose games, still have a chance. Not in the playoffs when it's one and done. They're not going to survive. They won't survive a division round playing like this. They will not survive that. I'm not even worried about the division, guys. Like, look, they still have 8 games to play. Like, if they choke out of the playoffs, I'll be shocked over that. But there's no fucking way you can get to the playoffs playing this conservative bullshit you want to fucking play. This non-creative, vanilla, uncreative bullshit that you want to do every week. But you get into the playoffs, and it's not going to be good. Not going to be good. Worried, bro. No one wants to talk about the night we roughed for both QBs because it was the first real cold weather game of the year and win like 9. Hey, look, it might have been a factor. It might have been a factor. But at the end of the day, like, formations and how they're running things, it has nothing to do with the fucking. I just don't think that part of it. I don't think has anything to do with fucking weather. I don't. Whether it's a loaded box and you just want to keep running the fucking ball, not giving a shit what's in front of you. I don't know. Could be. I mean, look, I hope that. Oh, hey, dude, I agree. I hope the cold and the fucking winds, because obviously when it's cold out and you have wind chill on top of it, the temperature drops down dramatically. I'm hoping that was the case. Trust me, I would love to believe that. Trust me. You need to spread the field instead of making it obvious. Yeah, you're running. Yeah, I mean, even on plays like they're not even spreading everybody out. They're fucking bunched up, which are already showing that they're going to run the fucking ball. Yeah. Evo's, I would move on from AJ Brown after this season. We might. I'm going to worry about that until next offseason, but we might. But you have Jahan Dotson leaving. They're not going to re-sign Jahan, but Darius Cooper, we don't even know if he's looked good in the offseason program, but there's nothing that's cementing his promise. You gotta if you're going to make a trade, someone from the AFC has got to take him. I do not want to trade him within the NFC. Find an AFC team and find somebody that can guarantee you a fucking pick that's they're going to have to replace him immediately. They're going to have to replace him like immediately. They can't go and they can't trade AJ and then not go for a receiver in the first round. They can't. They literally have to fix that like ASAP. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know. I mean, look, am I tired of AJ Brown and just the bullshit itself? Yes, I am. I'm tired of him at times. I'm tired of the bullshit. And then I listen and I say, okay, he makes sense. I get it. But the shit's got to stop sooner or later. It's got to stop at some point. Mile Leaser 7502 says Sirianni is too stubborn. You can play aggressive while still keeping the ball safe. It's like throwing a go ball deep and it gets picked on third while you are going to run a draw and punt anyway. Yeah. Like how many every team that has played you, or at least every bit of tape that you have on this year, every third and long, you're always running the fucking ball. At least take a shot. You have trust in your punter. Say you're on your own 30. You're on your own 25, 20. You're backed up a little bit. I think taking a shot at something, I think you got to somewhat take a shot. And I've seen it. Third down, teams are playing close. Take advantage of that, change the play action pass or quick, whatever. You could do that. They don't do that. They literally run the ball on third and long to get better field position to fucking punt. It's the most pussy, non-aggressive shit I have ever seen. Straight up. Vince says, I think an angry AJ is a good thing. He might go off on this one, but we have to be in rhythm and ahead of the chains. Look, Patullo said that AJ is always in his office talking about football, talking about life. This week at practice, Big Dom and Jeffrey Lurie were talking to AJ. KP was talking to AJ. I mean, it's like they're going to put the training wheels on now and try to figure out how to get AJ involved. And then they're going to recklessly get him involved. They're going to just force feed him. And then it's going to look ugly. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. I just don't. KP is still very raw as a coordinator. Hasn't learned much from 4 or 5 years as a passing game coordinator. He's a passing game coordinator the last 4 years. Like you would think as a passing game coordinator, he would know how to use specific players. And he literally, I mean, I don't know how he has that title. Like, how much did he even help this offense the last few years? 23, when Brian Johnson was the scapegoat, why didn't they give plays to Patullo? Why didn't they give the play calling to Patullo if he was so fucking good? If he's getting the job now, why didn't they hire him in 20? Why didn't in 23? Why not in 23? He got the opportunity to call fucking plays. That was the first thing I thought about when he got hired. I said, why didn't he get the opportunity to call plays in 23 when shit was falling apart? Why did they stick with the same shit? Patullo never got at least somewhat some practice as OC or something that year. It's amazing to me that, I mean, Steichen is a head coach, used to be with us, couldn't retain him for more than 2 years, unfortunately. You didn't win a Super Bowl, but, it is what it is. I don't know. Jonathan Gannon gets a head coaching job. Crazy shit, bro. Essay with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. He says Patullo is Nick's sneaky link. Sneaky link to what, though? I mean, if this goes bad this year, there's no fucking way. Like, they're gonna have to change coordinators again. But at least I would have trust in a very experienced coordinator next year. I would feel so comfortable with an experienced guy coming in next year. This way I know that it's not gonna take up so much fucking time. It's not gonna take a fucking decade to get this offense fucking rolling. And I'm not saying that the offense has to play on all 4 cylinders the first game of the regular season, but there's gotta be some promise on what you're running, and I have to be surprised with my own 2 eyes what I'm seeing on the field. I'm not saying every fucking matchup they have to distribute the ball perfectly to every single player, but come on now. Like, I don't see T. Higgins and Jamar Chase having this fucking problem. I don't see George Pickens and fucking CeeDee Lamb having this problem with fucking targets. I don't see Moore and fucking Jay Jettas having an issue with fucking targets. Fucking Joe Flacco came in off a trade from the Browns to the Bengals on a Thursday night game, and he already got Chase involved on 15, 16 fucking passes. I mean, it's not rocket fucking science. I look around, I watch other games, I'm like, man, this team could throw to anybody. This team could draw this up and draw. I mean, I don't see it with this team ever. I really don't. Nobody has a combination of receivers like Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. Nobody has that around the league. It infuriates me. Appreciate that super chat, buddy. Yo, Blaze, what's going on, buddy? So remember for 42 months. Says playing at home will definitely help us win the game. Goff sucks under pressure. Need to be loud and nasty and get after him. We do. I feel good about the defense. I do. Even with I'll give respect where respect is due. Like, I think Adoree actually played a pretty good game. He played a pretty good game last week. Like, he got stiff arm in the beginning. He got, he had an open field tackle. He had a couple good fucking coverages at the end of the game, which was great. I thought he actually didn't play that bad. I thought he actually played pretty good. And he's not gonna play like that all year. Like, he's gonna get fucked up. It's gonna happen sooner or later. But I'll give the respect where it's due. You know what I mean? Like, Vic Fangio is he's calling Adoree Jackson a survivor. Like, he is literally just doing enough to keep his job right now at the CB2. He's doing just enough in games. He's bringing something to the table that Fangio likes. He's not going to play above average. He'll play average at best, We got AJ till 28. Why the hell would I want him to leave for telling the truth? Oh, dude, it doesn't matter if he's here till 28. It doesn't. Contracts don't really matter because other teams could take on the entire contract when you trade him. Like, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with, it's to a point where, are the players being fucking ignored? Are these players in Philadelphia being ignored every week? Like, Patullo loves feedback. The players can give him feedback. And yet, nothing has changed. You're getting wins off of the talent you have. You're not getting wins off of scheme. You're getting wins off of talent. You're getting lucky sometimes. And I don't like winning like that because I don't think those are true wins. You're going to have games like that, so it's going to happen once in a while, so I'm not going to shit all over it. But there's going to be coming time where there's going to come a time where you're going to have to, you can't play one half of good football, or you can't play one good series and not do anything till the end of the third quarter or the fourth quarter. You can't disappear for that long. I'm not expecting perfect fucking every single drive is perfect and no mistakes are going to get made. I just want to see some complimentary fucking plays, a diverse type plays. Getting guys open, scheming guys open, getting different guys involved. That's what I'm kind of looking for. Let's stay with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. The fans who want AJ gone are weird. AJ has the point and the right to speak up. Offense is stagnant. Teams have adapted. It's up to the offense to evolve, and it is. I'm tired of. I'm not tired of AJ talking. I'm just tired of how do I say it? I'm not tired of AJ really talking. It's really just like, I just don't like that he has to talk. I don't like that he has to do this to kind of get the attention, and hopefully this works. I mean, I don't know. Like, now I got to worry about every fucking game where, I mean, I think didn't he complain after the Vikings game, after his fucking 100, we have over 120 yards, 2 touchdowns during the Vikings, when they finally started getting him involved in that game, he still wasn't happy. Like, there's just shit like that where the Eagles are going to make a decision. If they win a championship, if they don't, they're going to say, I don't know if we could deal with this anymore, like for another year. Then go fucking strap the handcuffs on Nick Sirianni. Do not let him fucking be involved in the hiring process anymore. Not for an OC. Not for an OC. Got to hire somebody outside the fucking box. Kellen Moore, bro, with the Cowboys, as much as we hate to say, well, not even hate to say it, 3 years straight, Moore put the Cowboys, they were top 10 for 3 fucking years. I think his 4th year there, with the Cowboys, they were like top 16. Okay, so it drifted off a little bit. But when Kellen Moore got hired, I knew it was a good. I've seen behind the scenes with Kellen Moore and how he draws up play. Like, I know Kellen Moore knows his shit. I knew that was a good new fucking coordinator. I knew that was a great coordinator signing. But as he was an ex-Cowboy, I thought it was a good signing. I thought good things were going to happen. They took a little bit. It took 5 games. It took about. Realistically, it should take 4 to 5 games for your. You got new faces on both sides of the. Not too much on both sides of the ball, but you got new faces coming in, new coordinator, but is a very experienced coordinator. You're in your 10th week of the season? You're in your 10th week and we have no answers. So I love how AJ is actually speaking up, because if no one says anything, then we're just going to be running the same shit every game. That's it. I don't want to run these 3-yard dink and dunk fucking plays taking 10 minutes to get upfield and just getting 3 points out of it. For what, man? For what? You find that crack in the defense, take advantage of it. Saquon Barkley's suffering because of it. It's just, you know what I mean? A lot of teams have been figured out this year. A lot of teams are figured out, Arthur 26 McQueen, what's going on, buddy? Says, even if you feed him this week, it won't matter because he believes that it's not going to be consistent anyway, so he's still mad. Yeah, you're probably fucking right. You're probably fucking right. As long as AJ doesn't get lazy while he's playing, or he's slowing down on routes and shit like that, as long as that shit's not going on, then we're gonna be fine. So Howard Griggs, if we get to ride KP, Sirianni hurts to keep AJ Brown by Felicia to all. Yeah. So I don't know. KP's got to. I mean, I'm not really wanting him to go right now. I mean, the problem is there's nothing we could do. Like, switching an OC right now, it's our season's done. You switch to an OC. Not a lot of teams could do it. It's happened. The Bills did it, and it worked out. But it's very rare that you hire a new coach and you continue on what you're doing. That's where I kind of am. Baldy with the super chat. What's going on, buddy? Thank you so much. Do you think Sirianni hires people he knows won't take his job? Maybe. I mean, Sirianni. The problem I have is like, I wish we had a head coach that can call plays. I wish we had an offensive minded head coach, but we don't. We don't have an Andy Reid that can call plays, in house every year. Doesn't matter what coordinator they hire. Like, coordinators like help with the game plan, and that's it. In this offense, it's Nick's offense, but the offensive coordinator puts his own flavor into it. And yet, this fucking motherfucker has been around Steichen, and he's been around Moore. KP's not in the press box. KP's on the field every game the last few years. And you're telling me this guy has not gone through any fucking play from the Steichen era to the fucking Kellen Moore for 1 year. He hasn't taken anything to at least try to get these guys fucking schemed up and open with. You know what I mean? SE with the super chat say AJ not lazy, so many dummy routes in this offense. No, I get it. There were a couple that people were talking about. He was running a slant and he's kind of slowed down before the pass wasn't even thrown. People are saying on that 4th and 6 play to AJ in the end zone that he like barely tried to catch the fucking ball. I don't know. That's what people were saying. I don't even agree with it, but that's what people were pretty much saying at this point. Arthur 27 tweets that you can give AJ 150 yards for 4 yards. He's still giving you a cryptic tweet until you put out about 3 to 4 games together where you're consistently feeding him. Well, that's a problem then. That's a problem. I think he complained. I think he looked miserable even after that Vikings game when they finally fed him, and like he should be happy. He should be, 120 yards, 120 something yards, 2 fucking touchdowns in that Vikings game. And I think he was, so that's the shit I don't like. Even my girlfriend is like, my girlfriend doesn't even want him on the team anymore. She fucking hates people that just gets attention. She fucking hates players that are like that. I don't mind players like that, but he's doing this shit every fucking week. And like, there's some shit that, it's just to a point where it's like, publicly, it's just too much. Publicly, it's getting too much. Go behind the scenes and talk to your fucking coordinator. There's just to a point where it's just, he's frontline news every fucking week. We can't even talk about the Lions. This is like, he's the poster boy every fucking week. Every week. What's going on, Logan? Appreciate that super chat, by the way, buddy. Every fucking week. He also managed the 13-second game with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I get it, dude. Like, there's teams out there that are just, they have, like, nobody wants to stick with the Eagles. Like, and I get it. People, these coaches, they want to get raises. They want to go to other teams and get paid to be a higher fucking job security. I get all that. Like, Andy, like, I talk about the Chiefs because, bro, it's like, Andy's been there. He calls the plays. And they've had their defensive coordinator there since 2018, bro. What DC stays with a team for that fucking long? Fangio's here. I wish Fangio was like 20 years younger, 15 years younger. I don't know how long he'll be here for, but at least like you have a DC now that knows every player's strengths and weaknesses. And I love Fangio because doesn't matter, like, if you're a guaranteed starter or not. Like, if you don't practice well during the week, he don't fucking play you. If you practice shitty, he's going to lower your snaps. Like, that's how he is. There's no favoritism with this defensive coordinator. I absolutely love it, But, that's where we're at. Cedric says, be careful what you wish for. The Titans felt AJ's wrath in 22. We don't need to feel the wrath if it gets traded. No, I don't even want the trade. All I'm saying is that it could happen. I don't know. I mean, if this continues, like if they don't win this year, I think more likely he might get traded. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm not saying I agree that I want it to happen. I don't. I want him to be here till 28. I want him to be here for the next few years. I want you know what I mean? I want him here. I don't want him to go anywhere. But I don't know how the Eagle. I don't know how Howie Roseman is feeling. I don't know how the ownership feels in Jeffrey Lurie about this entire situation with the play calling and with AJ feeling the way he does. Jeffrey Lurie and fucking Big Dom were at practice. They were talking to AJ today or yesterday, whenever. So they're trying to get this thing fixed, but all of us have to agree and fit. The players want AJ involved. Like, this isn't, I think a lot of these players, the players that have nothing to do with this AJ Brown stuff, they're just focusing on the next game and just themselves. Jalen Hurts is focusing on the game, himself, going to the next opponent. That's it. Because once Jalen starts paying attention to it, the team starts paying attention to it, this team is going to be mentally fucking flawed. And you're going to see losses down the road, easy ones. And the Eagles aren't out of this. The Eagles aren't out of the season yet. I don't care. I mean, you still got to play the Bills. You still got to play the Chargers on Monday Night Football. You got to play the Raiders. You got to play the Raiders. You got to play the Raiders. So yeah, hopefully you can beat them. You still got Washington twice. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, like, I don't want there to be one of these moments where the Eagles let their guard down at the end of the year because shit's going on inside the organization between the roster to the fucking coaching staff. And then they lose against one of these fucking teams that should never even beaten them. And that's going to fucking show. That's going to really show. Nick is the real DC. Oh, yeah. Chris, we need the Fangio for at least 5 more years so we can get at least 3 more Super Bowls. I would say like they should probably get 2 more out of this group, probably. As long as they're still drafting well, and I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts' contract is up for a big cap hit next year, and they're probably just going to extend him and save more cap space next year. So I'm not worried about that too much. User says, I just don't get how any coach can look at the offense and generally not want to cut themselves. Yeah, I don't either. Like, I don't get how they sit there and they're just like, oh, we won, and Nick was asked like a few weeks ago about the 23 season. He's like, he remembers the 23 season. He said they've learned from it. I'm hoping they did. Because it's sure not looking like they did. Yeah, Hard Knocks is going to be fucking, I'm telling you right now, like, there's going to be some shit that we see we're going to wish that we didn't want to see. So the NFC East is going to be on Hard Knocks. It's going to get, like, I have a feeling there's going to be cameras in situations where there's going to be certain things that are probably going to be a blessing for us. Probably. Yeah, 2 more out of this group in next February. It's, I'm not loving what we're creating here, unfortunately, right now. I mean, I hope they win Sunday night, but they really got to fucking, they got to play much. Like, it's too inconsistent. It's just way too inconsistent. I'm hoping, just for a little, I'm just hoping for a little bit more, just being more consistent for 4 quarters and scheming guys. We need AJ Brown. We need him. Like, there's no, if he opens plays for other guys, great, but he needs to be involved too. He needs to be involved. And I never really bitched the last few years about guys getting involved as long as they were. After 23, bro, I don't believe I don't believe in that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't believe in fucking, like, the Bears. The Bears, the last 4 games, they've won by one score, whether it was a missed field goal, a made field goal. They're winning by like a fucking hair of every game the last 4 or 5 weeks. You're not a good team if that's what you're doing every week. That's what I've learned from that 23 season. That 23 season fucked me up inside so bad. You know what I mean? I'm genuinely, like, mentally fucked up from that season. That now every time, like, someone says a win is a win, I get fucking pissed off. I get pissed immediately. Like, I don't get past, like, I'm just pissed. Palantiro Game Night says, if we don't repeat, it won't be the defense's part. No, it'll be on the offense. Like I look like if the offense goes like 3 and outs tomorrow and the defense is on the field like for the entire fucking half and they're tired by like the end of the second quarter to like the early third quarter, it's going to be on the offense. Like at some point, that defense is going to give up points because they're tired. They're missing tackles constantly. Like, it's going to happen. Going to happen. Turnovers, defense gets turnovers and the offense gets on the field and they display this bullshit that I'm just like, what are we watching? You know what I mean? Reese is not a roll call. Before Hurts audible, what do you think was the call at 4th down versus the Packers slant hard count? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, all I know is on that 4th and 6, they should have punted the ball. I don't know what was the original. I don't know what the original play was. If they went rogue, if that's the true story of them going rogue, that was happening. So, we'll see how it goes. So, so Philly and I, we didn't do the shakedown this week. When the Jair news came out, I wanted to kind of stream on my own. It was like a half hour before we went on, so I was like, I need to stream on my own for this. We'll have the shakedown tomorrow. Oh no, we play Sunday. Today's Friday. I keep feeling like today's fucking Saturday. I don't know why. Feeling like today's Saturday. I don't know. We'll have the shakedown tomorrow night, most likely. We have a big surprise, not only for tomorrow, but we have a lot of Philly Shakedown merch coming out. We got some things to show off tomorrow. We have some things to show off next week. We're going to have a big Christmas sale. We have an exclusive item that somebody is customizing multiples of. It's an expensive item, but it's really fucking cool. That we're going to show you guys. Our merch guy in Florida, Omar, is working on some stuff, and there's one piece that he's customizing multiples of, and it's it's pretty fucking cool. For people that are diehard Eagle fans that want to collect this, we're going to show you. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's we got a lot of stuff going on. So Saturday, tomorrow, we have some things releasing. By next week, we're going to have more stuff releasing. Merch wise, and we'll have a lot going on. So, a lot going on. Real Rich Joey, would you be surprised if our defense gave up only 17 points? We should have Goff on. Oh yeah, I mean, giving up 17 isn't bad, but how many points did their offense put on the fucking board? It just depends on what our offense is doing. Giving up 17, but scoring fucking 28, scoring 32, sure. I don't, maybe the Lions get maybe the Lions get fucking 2 touchdowns, late in the, maybe in the third quarter. I don't know, it really just depends. They got to stop Gibbs. They got to get pressure on Goff because he's not really athletic. He's not going to drive out of the pocket and do anything crazy. Defensive line should look a lot better, and hopefully could help the CB2 spot a little bit with Adoree Jackson being there. Hopefully he plays well. 2 good receivers, 2 running backs. Their tight end is gone, so that's another weapon. That's Laporta not playing is a huge one for them. And they're missing Taron Arnold. They're missing Kirby Joseph. They're missing an edge rusher that had back surgery, I don't know, a little bit ago. He hasn't been back yet, but you have Aiden Hutchinson as well. So he can play both sides. He can line up on Lane. He can line up on Mulata, and they got to watch out for him. So, they've circled this on their calendar. I'm glad that news came out. I'm glad that news came out about the Lions circling this fucking game on their calendar because the bulletin board material is the fucking best. It's the fucking best. Ours, I couldn't tell how many times Hurts has thrown the deep ball on 4th. And it's worked 2 times. It hasn't. You got to live with that. Yeah, it's fine. This is what it is. In that moment where our defense was gassed and they were tired. If they weren't, I would have felt better. If they went for it, I would have been fine with it. The problem I had with that is they were gassed. And I didn't know how much faith I had in the defense at that point. If they missed that pass to AJ, you give up almost half the field. You punt the ball inside the 5, inside the 10, they at least have a whole field they have to work with. So that's why the call for me, I didn't like it. Kicking the ball wouldn't have made sense either from Jake Elliott because the winds were fucking tough. It would have been a 58, 59 yarder. And I don't know, he would have made that with the wind, and God knows what direction it was going in. If it was, sometimes the winds will go in one direction for a good amount of time, then switch, or sometimes the winds are just so gusty that they go in all different directions, and you really don't get an accurate, you really can't get an accurate kick, kick the ball too fucking high from the start, it just flies in the opposite direction. Got to kick the ball low to at least try to angle it inside the post on a certain angle. So it just depends. Right now I have the score being 23-20. I would say 28. I would say 28-20. I think they could win this game. So I know they could win this game. I know they could win any game on their schedule. It's really not the fucking problem. It's really not the problem. It's not the problem at all. So, can't say, Joey, I heard AJ ranks dead last in crossing routes. Meanwhile, Puka and Devontae Adams rank number 1. And look at the Rams. Well, yeah, I get it, dude. We're lacking. We have an incapable fucking idiot at OC. We have an idiot at fucking OC. Has nothing to do with the players. Has everything to do with the coaching. It's 95% coaching. It's realistically, that's what it is. I fall on the sword for that because it is. So it sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I think the Packers was our trap game, and it was close. It was fucking close. But the defense bailed them out, as usual. Bailed them out. Oh, we definitely have an arrogant idiot at OC. There's no doubt. We have an arrogant idiot. Yeah. That guy, I listen to every press. I have never seen him take accountability one time. He always tries to simplicate everything. Well, why doesn't AJ get involved? Well, when you look at it this way, when how the game is going, like he has like, I don't even fucking know, dude. It's just a waste of, it's a waste of my fucking time. It's a waste of my time. So that's it. Well, other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it. We've went over an hour. I'm not going to stream too long today. We got to stream tomorrow. We're going to stream Sunday. We're probably going to stream Monday. It's going to be like 3 streams in 3 days and videos. I have a video already set for you guys tomorrow. Shakedown tomorrow night, probably 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Same time as usual. And we're going to have a lot to talk about because we in Philly haven't talked about the Jair Alexander shit. What's going on with Patullo this week, AJ Brown, what went on with him in the Twitch stream on Janky Rondo, and all this other bullshit we're probably going to be talking about. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are new. We cover the Eagles every single day. I'll have more stuff out tomorrow. I know obviously I'll be streaming the game on Sunday night as well. So, all right, peoples. Make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate it so much. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all the support. And I'll be back with another one tomorrow. So we'll be back doing our thing. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys on the next one. Takes what up, follow side. Peace out, guys. Peace.